Welcome back to the shop. Today I have a project. My buddy, my neighbor, I conned him into watching the channel, and he brought over this Stihl saw. He says, "I know you like tinkering with stuff. Would you don't mind taking a look at this MS-192 TC little, really nice tree climbers limbing saw? The top handle is just so nice. The issue with it is that the factory stud, has stripped out of the housing here, and that is just plastic. This is the fiberglass reinforced plastic. It's good stuff, but the design is not ideal. You can see that, maybe you can, maybe you can't, that it has just pulled the threads right out of there. And to the untrained eye, when you look at this arbor stud, it's got two different things going on. It's got a screw on this side, and then an actual M8 1.25 thread on this side. So this is not a bolt. This is a screw on this side. It ends up gauging out to be, it appears like it's a 1.75 thread, but that's a screw pitch. And you're not going to find this diameter with that pitch. I guess where I'm going with that is you're not going to find a helicoil that fits this. There's a lot of old tricks to sealing, to dealing with stripped out plastic. Sometimes you take a piece of string trimmer line and shove it in the hole. You could shove it down in there and then thread this, or some zip ties or something like that. And then that might hold for something not structural, but this has got all sorts of vibration going on. It's got all sorts of, heat cycles and things going back and forth. And that sort of creates a problem. The other problem that you have is that this housing, you do not want to break this. You want to, as I said, do no harm. If you were to shove a piece of wire or a spring or, any number of those tricks they have in there, and then you jack this thing apart, you could split this housing, and then you're really hooped. You don't want to do that. I thought quite a bit about it. There's a lot of different options for installing threads. I could take this nutsert kind of thing. It's a riveted insert, and drill it out, shove it in there and epoxy it, turn this nut down to size. Probably a lot of different solutions, a lot of good ways to go ahead and skin this problem. However, after a little bit of research, I found that Stihl actually sells an oversized nut. And I can always go back later on and try a more evasive technique to improve this design. I'll put in a screenshot of something that I had in mind, sort of a furniture style insert that will thread into here. So I'll put that picture in. But that would require me drilling out quite a bit. What I've got here is I got two studs. Here's the factory stud. It mics in at 7.7. And then this one, just a little bit over a millimeter larger. These are not the most accurate, but for what we're doing here, you can see that this is just a touch bigger. And what I read is that you do not have to do anything additional to this hole, because it has pulled the threads out of it. It is now properly sized to receive this part. And the part number for this is right here, if you want to capture that. In addition to, rethreading this in there, I'm going to add some of this Loctite retaining compound. I can't help but think that that's going to add a little bit of additional strength to this. So we'll go ahead and do that now. I'm going to clean the hole out so the retaining compound sticks to something. And that should be it. Thanks for watching.